way of life. Here, your experience makes the difference. With access to railroads, major waterways, and 8 different highways, this is a place in motion, sending goods, services, and ideas not just across the state, but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest, and it's calling you home. The best part of Portage is what's next. The best part of Portage is you. There's more for you in Indiana. There's a place in the Midwest, 50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community, and its pulse is gritted with sand and steel, fire and smoke. It's a city building its future together, one business, one family, and one home at a time. This is a place for makers, doers, and dreamers. It's where the global marketplace meets hometown values, where Americana isn't just a tradition, it's a way of life. Here, your experience makes the difference. With access to railroads, major waterways, and 8 different highways, this is a place in motion, sending goods, services, and ideas not just across the state, but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest, and it's calling you home. The best part of Portage is what's next. The best part of Portage is you. There's more for you in Indiana. There's a place in the Midwest, 50 miles southeast of Chicago, nestled near the coast of Lake Michigan. It's a place driven by what's coming next, a place where industry is the lifeblood of its community, and its pulse is gritted with sand and steel, fire and smoke. It's a city building its future together, one business, one family, and one home at a time. This is a place for makers, doers, and dreamers. It's where the global marketplace meets hometown values, where Americana isn't just a tradition, it's a way of life. Here, your experience makes the difference. With access to railroads, major waterways, and 8 different highways, this is a place in motion, sending goods, services, and ideas not just across the state, but across the world. And when the work ends, the day's just beginning, with beaches like West Beach in the Indiana Dunes National Park, exciting hiking and biking trails like the Diana of the Dunes Dare or the BMX track, and local treasures and exciting festivals, you'll know you're in more than just a bedroom community. From veterans of foreign wars to hometown heroes, our diversity is our strength, and we forge our future with the same flame as our steel. Oh, there's a place in the Midwest, and it's calling you home. The best part of Portage is...
Welcome to the Stormwater Board meeting. Will you please stand and join me for the pledge? Can we do the roll call?
Member Gore?
Here.
Member Petrovic? Here. Mayor Bonta?
Here.
Attorney Elwood? Here. Councilperson Weidenbach?
Here.
Did everyone have a chance to look at the minutes from the last meeting?
Motion to approve the minutes from June 4th.
And I'll second it.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That'll get us to staff reports. Who's first? Oh, wait, no, this is just Dan. Yeah.
On this one, I'm first and last. Afternoon, everybody. Right now, we got a vac truck that's completely tore up. It's a turret and everything, and it's just completely tore up. We're waiting to try to get that fixed. During the parade, one of our sweepers broke down, and poor Jamie was underneath it with 6 cops behind him on Willow Creek, and we finally got that back to the shop. So that sweeper's down too. Over on Willowdale, we got a pretty big sinkhole. It's a big pipe, 60 or 60-inch concrete pipe. We went into pipe. Actually, Bob went in it and kind of looked at it and everything. And this pipe it got bad before. We had fixed it before, and it looks like it's not going to be as bad as we feared it would be by the way the sinkhole looked. I believe the mayor's been by there, so I know he's kind of seen it, but I'll show you real quick. Yeah, oh boy. So I believe we're going to start on that Monday. Got to check for some materials, just in case if we get the sand out and it's worse than we thought. We want to make sure we have because it's usually low concrete. I don't know if they actually stockpile 66-inch pipe for sure. But we kind of got a plan, and hopefully we'll be able to start on that Monday. We'll have to dewater. In that area, we've never not had to dewater. So it's kind of a mess. So other than that, everything else is going pretty good. I am going to, so our mechanics, when they work on our big trucks, we don't have a lift to lift them up. So they got to crawl when there's something underneath. They got to crawl underneath it. So I'm just letting this board know, but it's probably going to be the sanitary board or the sanitary that I'm going to pay for it. But we're going to get them a lift. There's these lifts that, you could actually move them and everything, and it'll lift it up. So that way, it'd be a lot easier for them to work on it. Because, Jamie, the way Jamie is, he's always the one that goes underneath them and is on his back working underneath the truck. So it's just not a very good scenario for our mechanics. So I'm probably going to end up, like I said, I'll probably get that through sanitary, but I just kind of wanted to let the storm board know that that's kind of coming up in the future. Other than that, everything's been a little bit better since it's been drier. I know that Adam showed me, he had a document, and I think we had almost an inch of rain the first week of June, 5 the second, 5 the third, and like over 4 inches the fourth. I heard on the news that since this is the wettest June we had since 2002, I believe is what I heard. So it was a very challenging this June. So any questions? Thank you.
Thank you. We have unfinished business. We have Swanson Trails variance request discussion. I'm not sure who's up for that.
Good evening, Mayor and fellow board members. My name is Todd Clevin, K-L-E, V as in Victor, E-N. I'm the Vice President of Land for Lennar Homes. Typically, I'm behind this podium during the land acquisition, the entitlements, all the PUD ordinance and so on that goes along with it. But there's not a time that I'm not behind this podium that I don't offer my assistance and my involvement if there's ever an ongoing issue well after the entitlements and the approvals. And I am standing by my word, and that's the reason I'm here this evening. Mayor, thank you very much for reaching out to me with your staff with some ongoing issues. Nobody's perfect, and I've always said when mistakes happen or things are overlooked, it's how you handle them. You're never going to be 100% perfect. When the mayor asked me to visit his office, I think it was a week ago today, last Thursday, may have been last Wednesday, but regardless, nonetheless, I am not involved with the land development or the construction activities directly, but we do meet periodically in operation meetings with all the VPs, and I was aware, or have been made aware in depth now after meeting with the mayor when he said there were some issues with Lennar. I'm not here to speak in detail, but I do apologize that we were not here at the last meeting. I was made aware of that as well by an associate that was not actually even involved with Lennar. I just got a text message saying that Lennar was being flamed at this meeting. And we all got together and found out exactly what was going on. It sounds like there was possibly some miscommunication. So with me this evening, we did bring the entire team. We have our director of land development, Dennis. He's in the blue shirt back there. He'll come up and speak to this in more detail. We also have our soil scientist, Michael Prigge. And another associate is our land acquisition manager. We're just here to show the fact that we are listening, and it was a mistake that we were not here last month or last week. And I'm going to turn this over to Dennis and get into the details of the situation that is out there. I do not know if I'm going to be able to be at the next meeting because I have a 6 o'clock Plan Commission meeting in another municipality, but our representation will be here for the 5 o'clock meeting as well. Thank you very much.
Feel free to come up.
Thank you. My name is Dennis Mayer, M-A-Y-H-E-R. As Todd had said, I am the Director of Land Development for Lennar. I just want to offer my apologies for not being here at the last meeting. I don't want to waste any of the board members' time, but safe to say that will never happen again. So as we go forward and learn from our mistakes, I just hope that this isn't something that we can't overcome. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Michael Prigge with Midland Standard to address the issues of Swanson Trails. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Michael. I'm a geotechnical engineer. I do quite a bit of projects for communities for Lennar. My understanding of the situation out here is that utility installation, I believe this is a sanitary sewer, was installed last fall. And the trench backfill they were using was a number 2 stone that is not within the specs of Portage. And that was brought to the attention, I believe one of representative from Portage at some point in which it was stopped and rectified, and now we're sitting looking at stone that was placed in outside of spec for a quantity of it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Commenda, was it rectified? I thought the reason we denied the variance and that there was a variance at the last meeting is that it was not rectified.
No, it is not rectified.
My records show that after about the first of the year, we were on site monitoring trench backfill compaction with stone 53.
So he's just going to say whatever he wants? Is that how this is going to work?
That was after we had our fall meeting. Then they started using the correct stone.
That's correct. That's what I'm.
So was the incorrect fixed?
So the incorrect is still in place. And
Why is it still in place if you know that it's incorrect and violates our ordinance?
well, that is a question that's not for me.
Who's the person who can answer that question? Is it a decision maker
I would
who
like to-
decided to ignore the city and violate our ordinance?
So, again, Dennis Mayer with Lennar. It was, as we found out what the issues were, we had then rectified going forward, but we had communication that what we were going to do to make the repair, which the report from with Midland Standard is what Michael Prigge is referencing. So as we went through and had meetings going forward, we were under the impression that as long as we provided proof that we would have no issue with trench backfill settlement, which was really the issue and which was the bigger concern. So we addressed those issues with a letter from Midland Standard and with the entire profile of the road going above.
If you could stay there, Mr. Commenda,
Sure.
could you come up and tell us what happened? And I was there at the last meeting. I know they were not, but if you could repeat what actually happened?
Do I got to press a button for this one or no?
No, that'll work.
Okay. All right, so in September, we had a meeting on site. The contractor that put the stone in, Dennis, myself, Mr. Hannon, I think you had a guy that was doing your compaction testing out there too, but I don't think it was you.
It would have been me, probably be maybe our technician, Bobby, if
Yeah,
you're familiar with him.
is that who it was?
It was, yeah, Bobby.
Okay, so we had a discussion, and we talked about the improper use of this stone. And at the time, I said, you know, you got to take it out. And then, you know, Mr. Hannon said, well, if you come up with a plan and it's approved, then it'd be okay. And I've always told everybody all the time is, I cannot approve a material that goes against our specs or standards. Therefore, for it to be approved, you got to come up with an approved plan, and the board has to approve it. I cannot do that. I don't have the power to do that. That's what you all are here for, okay? So that's kind of where we were at. You know, and I know I called Dennis a few times and said, hey, I still haven't seen nothing. I still haven't seen nothing. I called him again in the spring because I knew they were going to get started and said, hey, I haven't seen nothing. And Dennis said, well, I thought it was approved. I said, well, you better call John Hannon and your geo guy and find out, because I haven't heard anything about it being approved.
Well, and I can tell you that I'm the chair of this board, and not one time between then and now did you guys come to this board asking for a variance until the last meeting, after it was done.
Yeah, and I do know that Sandy McDaniel went out to do a proof roll for the asphalt, and she even told him, hey, I don't think this stone has been approved. And if you put this asphalt down, it's at your own risk. So,
Mr. Hannon, would you like to come up?
Sure. So it was
If you could stay up, though,
conveyed.
that'd be great.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what, the part about the meeting in the fall is exactly right, and then we indicated to the developer that we'd like to get something from them in writing about their approach to deal with the problem section that didn't meet the spec. We received I'll call it a memorandum from the developer pretty shortly after the meeting, but it was from the developer. And we responded immediately saying, we need something from a technical solution to this problem, i.e. bring your geotechnical firm in and have them prepare a document that tells us we're not going to have a problem with this backfill. The problem is, at that point, nothing happened. We didn't get that document. The next time I heard about the project was after Sandy was out there and they were talking about proof rolling. So there was a gap there
So why
where
was that
things
not
were not
sent when it was
addressed.
requested, or is one of you guys the people who can answer who made the decision not to send that back?
So there wasn't a decision not to send it back. There was no decision. It was just a delayed, and that is on me as well. So we had several meetings, not just in Swanson Trails, but in other communities that we were all involved in.
It was a delay until the road was done, and then you sent a variance request to us for what you did.
No, actually the letter and the conversation was had prior to the road being paved.
Did I not make sense? I thought I made sense. We ended up with a variance request at the last meeting for essentially you guys asking us permission to just get away with what you did.
So if I may, the conversation was in the office in latter part of May. As long as the letter was there, we never discussed the variance. So again, if I didn't ask that question, I should have. I apologize, but we didn't speak about a variance request.
So the variance request we got in the last meeting, you guys didn't send it?
No, I believe staff did it after the meeting in Mr. Comenda's office at the end of May.
Yeah, we met at Dan's office in May. There was a discussion about how to move forward, and there were different ideas placed on the table. The developer basically was offering an extended warranty, and Dan was solid on that I'm not thinking that was the appropriate approach.
And I don't think it's the
Hence-
appropriate approach, but yeah.
Hence, we are here today.
Yeah. So basically, the variance was generated as a request based on this 10-year warranty. Basically, they offered a 10-year warranty. The variance was how we would grant it or accept the warranty. Is that the idea?
Yep, that's why we're here today.
And simply put, I mean, I don't want to speak for the other board members, but I mean, we did have a vote. I mean, that's not good enough. I mean, you guys need to follow our rules, and you need to follow the rules like when you start and fix it as fast as you can. I mean, I appreciate you being here, Todd, because without you here, I don't think we would have had anybody in this room. But to put it really simply, and I don't know if you guys are the same people, are you guys the same people who aren't fixing the driveways in the other neighborhood and who are telling people it's because the city is salting the roads in the winter that their driveways are cracking? Is that you guys?
I've never heard that.
I just sent Todd 39 complaints about the driveways because Lennar's not taking care of them, and they tried blaming it on the city.
So I can only speak to what is at Swanson Trails.
Okay.
And I don't know if Todd, if you wanted to come back and address that issue.
Well,
but
no, I just
I'm
want to know
sorry.
if it's the same people, because I guess my other question is, do you treat every city the same way that you're treating the people of Portage?
I can answer that. No, we don't treat anybody inappropriately. We respond in kind. I
Except the
know
city
there
of
was.
Portage, that's why we're here.
So if I may,
Did you just think that you were going to fix the road or do the road however you want, and then you were going to request the variance, and because it was already done, you were just going to, like, expect the city to just give it to you?
no, that was not the intention at all. We had come to an agreement, which I thought, again, in principle of how the design was
Who
done.
did you come to an agreement with?
So after
We're
the
the
conversation.
board.
Correct, I understand.
Well, you
However,
didn't come to an agreement, you had a discussion.
A discussion,
The agreement
I
happens
apologize.
here, and you didn't show up.
correct, 100%.
You know, I'm a developer in the city of Portage, and we go by the rules that everybody else goes by, and I think you should be held to those same standards.
I totally understand. Again, when we went through that process, without providing that letter in a timely fashion, that is totally on me. However, we didn't discuss a variance until that last meeting in May.
So, I mean, we're just having a discussion. I mean, we already denied the variance. You guys need to follow the rules. Mr. Commenda, what recourse does the city have to make sure they follow the rules and get the street fixed for our future residents?
They would have to go in there, they would have to remove all the stone that is out of spec and put in the proper spec stone.
And then we inspect it again and make sure they did it correctly this time around?
Correct.
Well, I don't think we need a vote, right? I mean, that's just what has to happen, am I correct?
Well, you already voted, I mean, unless you wanted to rescind that, correct, Kenny?
I mean, we denied the variance. Was there anything else you wanted to say or learn from us?
I don't think at this time there's anything else to say. I don't know if any other discussion can be had with Mr. Commenda and Mr. Hammond so that we can further discuss this item.
Well, I mean, really, you guys just need to fix the road. Is that hard to understand?
No, sir.
Good. Please get it fixed for the sake of our residents. I would appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, we'll go on to new business. We have the updated draft of the Stormwater Board Ordinance.
All right, good evening, everybody. What you have before you is an updated stormwater ordinance. The original, or the current stormwater ordinance is, I believe, about 30 years old. As a result of a recent IDEM review, one of the checklist items was to update the ordinance to new regulations, new standards, just new statutes. So what the ordinance you have before you follows a sample ordinance to that effect. The other thing this ordinance does is complies with all of the standards, all the regulations in our recently adopted, updated Stormwater Technical Standards Manual. So it backs up the Technical Standards Manual as well, and they correspond in every way. This is a replacement ordinance. It replaces the original ordinance with the updated standards and regulations. So tonight, what we ask is that, and I believe if Mr. Elwood corrects me if I'm wrong, but it's a recommendation to City Council to adopt the ordinance at that level?
It is, I just have a comment. Dan Commenda just mentioned to me that the city attorney has indicated that it may be lacking some citing to some statutes. I don't know exactly what he's talking about, but if you're going to send a favorable recommendation, I'd like it to be on the condition that I can add citing to it as needed pursuant to the city attorney's request and before it goes to the council.
Okay.
Any other questions or discussion or a motion?
Motion to approve, subject to council approval.
I second it.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And then we have the grinding and hauling bid for storm damage.
Hello, Mayor, members. Let me get some, just give you an update on the current situation at our compost site. These pictures were taken this morning. Give it a second here to refresh here. I don't know if are they on your screen? Oh, okay, all right. So whatever is on your front of the screen. So Homer is on site, and they've been on there since when? About week and a half. I think they went on there about a week and a half. And so they have been really doing a fabulous job in the amount of grinding. Some of the piles you can see there, I'm just going to fast forward here. That pile right there is about 30 feet tall. In fact, there I am standing in front of it. What the proposal before you is right now is just to handle the current storms that have gone through Portage, especially the one that happened about 3 weeks ago that wasn't verified as a tornado, but it did significant damage on our north end of town. Everything Old Porter and north was hit very hard with limbs. What the current bid that you see before you is just handling that storm material at $1,000, was $1,000 per hour and $425 per load. So, any questions on this? I have submitted to FEMA about $70,000 in reimbursement funds. So if that's all approved, possibly that would help in the expenses of these limbs, of this grinding material.
Motion to approve the Homer grinding and hauling storm damage bid.
I'll second that one.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
May I make one more additional comment?
Oh,
Mayor?
sure thing.
Yes. Okay, so when this material is done grinding, the unique situation that we're in right now is a Zone 1 and Zone 2 of our city comprises of the north part of Old Porter and going north. There is still a considerable amount of material at the curb that we are retrieving and bringing to that site. Homer is going to probably be done at our site at the end of this week, possibly the beginning of next week, and they will be leaving, and they will be going to like Boone Grove and Chesterton to grind their material. Homer has said that they'd be willing to come back to our site to grind up the remainder of that material that we bring in sight from here on out. So this particular bid or this contract here could possibly be used to further grind that material after they leave. So just something to consider. we may need to decide that at a future board or a future board meeting, so, but I appreciate this being approved.
Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
And that'll get us to discretionary leave for Sean Farrington. Oh, on which one, what we just did with the grinding? Yeah, we did. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you were talking about the thing that we, sorry. Hey, Dan.
Okay, I believe, I thought Bill James was going to be here. Did he send a letter? Okay, so I'm sure you have a letter about Sean. He's having real serious medical issues at this time. He's only got maybe 2 or 3 days left of FMLA. He's out all his vacation or all his PTO. So he talked to James, Mr. James, and so they conveyed to this board that he would like to have extra time because he wants to work here, and he wants to be able to extend the time, kind of a leave time. Now, it might be intermediate, because he's been kind of here a couple, 2-3 days, and then gone a couple, 2-3 days. He's up in Chicago now. He's got a bunch of water around his pancreas. They put a tube in him. So he's got a lot going on. The gentleman has a lot going on. And so they're asking for the board, and according to the union contract, you have to go to the board to ask for this particular type of leave. So,
Unpaid leave.
yes.
Leave is that can't fill his job while he's got this leave left.
And this is consistent with what we've done before. I mean, I support this greatly, given the situation.
We did it once with someone from the plant. Tracy could talk more about that, because I wasn't really, I don't think I heard about it, but I can't remember.
I don't think any of us are skeptical. We're all good, I think, as regards to the past and knowing that this is something we can do.
But how about the insurance part of it? This is what I would rather have
This is
Tracy
the
say.
only, so what was done in the past, and like I said, it can be different situations each time. This is a different board, this is a different time. This is up to your discretion on all this. The past one was, the board had decided that they would cover the first month of his insurance with unpaid leave, but he would have to pay his insurance the second month on that other individual. So I don't know how this board would like to proceed with that, but that was just to bring that up.
May I make a comment?
The only thing
Being
I-
on the union side of it.
You certainly can if you'd like to come up.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's the C-SPAN era.
I'm Adam Nelson. I work at the field with them as well and very familiar with the union. And one thing is, with that amount of time, the union has a policy through our benefits that he would get paid to supplement towards his insurance. He could use that, but you're only allowed 5 weeks of that. So what Tracy is saying, with the month that they had done before and with the money that he's allowed through our benefit, that makes it able for him to carry insurance the whole time. That's why it's relevant what Tracy said, that the board covered the first one, then he covers the second, because then his partial disability, that the benefit that works through the union, which may or may not have been spelled out in that letter, gives him the ability to carry the insurance through the time off. That's all I gotta say. Thank you.
The only thing, the only thing I would, is like I said, he'll make a week, and then he might have to miss a couple, 2 or 3 days, and then, like, he's supposed to be back tomorrow. He's been gone Monday and Tuesday. I don't know can you do this leave intermittently like we do MI? Yes? Okay, All right, that's all I was wondering. Okay.
Any other questions or a motion?
Motion to approve the discretionary leave for Sean Farrington, and also the insurance the city would cover for the first month, and then he would cover the second month. Is there anything, is that the ways explained in the manual, the discretionary leave? Or does it just have to do with?
I think that was just an agreement that the board made with the gentleman before, whoever it was.
It just says they can come to the board and ask for 2 months.
Okay, all right. Then I'm making that motion then.
And I'll second it.
So we have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you. Any other business proper to be brought before the board? Hello? So sorry, mind if we do the claims first?
Sure.
We do need to look at the claims, and if there's any questions or a motion on the claims.
Motion to approve the claims for $157,649.47.
I second that.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Then other matters, you're welcome to come back. Sorry about that.
My name is Vance Carlin, 2726 Branch Street in Portage. I'm sure a lot of you people here are aware of Branch Street next to the dairy dip. I'm here to get a status update on Branch Street because my mom's been trying to email you about Branch Street and we haven't heard anything.
I'm sorry. I know I sent one back, but if there's one that got missed, I apologize.
I know John Hannon's been working on a design. Basically, this past month with the rain, we've been getting mass flooding down our street. We've had to get pumps to pump it over to the church parking lot. And we spent thousands of dollars this year to improve the yard because of the flooding in the yard, and we pretty much can't spend any more money. So we need to get some dates. I know Ken's well aware of past years of us coming to the boards and the city council and stuff. So we need some dates and some results because we can't take it anymore.
Yeah, so Mr. Ham, would you like to come up?
Sure. I didn't do this on purpose, but perfect timing.
It always is.
No, seriously.
Okay.
We are delivering the plans for the Branch Street improvements to Sandy either this afternoon or tomorrow morning for her final check.
It's the engineering part of it, is that
That's
right?
the engineering part of it. Then it's a matter of
Then it's the bid.
finding the funding.
Putting the
to-
funding together and then the bid phase, yeah?
That's correct. But these will be, the bid documents are basically complete at this time, including a new storm sewer
Okay.
down all of Branch Street.
So we can do, and I don't want to give too much of like a delay, but it might take about a week, but we can get it to you that we are, we've got everything put together and give you an idea of when it's going to go out for bid, and then we can follow up with you there.
All right, so I just got to keep the pumps maybe a couple more months?
I don't want to say anything in writing yet, because, but I will tell you
'Cause
that it's something we care
It's getting
about.
pretty wet down there.
I ran for mayor knowing that Branch Street needed to be taken care of. I'm never going to forget
Well, it's
about it.
been like that since Amy Miletta was in there, so that was before you.
I understand that, but I ran for mayor knowing that it had been like that.
Okay.
And, I talked to Sammy about it too before he went to heaven.
All right.
Great.
I'm looking forward to it.
Looks like we have someone else coming up.
Good evening, everyone. Thank you. My name is Jessica McRobert. I'm the president of Portage Junior Miss Softball over off of Blake Road. We received a stop work order on June 1st. We are wanting to be able to remove our stockpile of wood that was flattened and moved out of the way for us to extend our parking lot. I'm just wanting to know when we would be able to do that.
Mr. Commenda, would that be your area?
Yes. We got a call about a lot of clearing going down over by the Portage Junior Miss. Upon inspection, we went there and everything was bare ground, everything was removed, which violates our MS4. And there was no plan given to us. There still isn't no plan that has been given to us. There's no erosion control out there at all at this time even.
Mr. Commenda, is there a point of contact? Is there a contractor they're working with, or who's the person?
Who was the contractor, Adam? You remember?
I have the contractor's name is Charlie Mixon through M7 Excavating.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I couldn't remember. I
He
never heard.
received the violation notice. We
Yeah.
at PJM never received a violation notice.
No, we sent it to the contractor, because I believe we had a phone call with, I don't know if it was MS, we had a phone call with somebody, so we sent it to him. Oh, he might be on the board for the junior
No,
miss.
I'm on the board.
A gentleman
Charlie
isn't
is
on the
not.
board?
Marty McRobert, that's
might
my
have-
husband.
It might have been.
He talked with
Oh,
Tom Cherry,
okay.
I talked with Tom Cherry.
Yes, because I was with Tom Cherry when we
Yes.
talked to this gentleman. So we sent, and I believe Tom, Community Development sent them a fine also. As far as I know, ours has not been paid. I don't know if Community Development's has been paid, but they have to show us a plan on how they're going to take care of the erosion control before they could do anything. And that's that's a rule. That's not my rule.
That's not a city
That's
rule.
a MS4.
MS4 is over us.
requirement.
You're required to enforce the MS4.
Correct.
So the question is, when can you guys go about getting this work done? Dan, it sounds like it's been communicated, but it sounds like the plan for the erosion control needs to be submitted to you guys so you can approve it?
Correct. And there's not a lot of, there might be a couple drains, but, mostly all it would take is to put up either the logs around the perimeter or silt fence around the perimeter. I mean, it's not that, it's over an acre, or was it over an acre? No, but anyway, it was a little bit over an acre. So technically, you're supposed to get an NOI from the state, okay? But at this time, they need to come up with a plan and show me their plan.
Do you guys
If I
know
can
how
say something, I'm sorry. When we did our parking lot previously, so this has been 12-ish years ago, we did the exact same thing that we just did this time, and there was we didn't have an issue.
It might be,
Because there wasn't an MS4 program, or.
there was no MS4 program 12 years
There was really
ago?
no MS4 enforcement or anything back then.
So the law's changed since then, and so now it's an MS4 matter? And that's the
Okay.
reason why?
So the other issue that I do have is that we were, in the violation that we got, it says that they were told, he said that Charlie was told to stop work on Friday and continued work on Saturday, which there was no stop work order done until Monday.
John, code enforcement went out there. And I believe John told him that, hey, you need to talk to utilities before you keep doing this work.
So basically, he was instructed to stop, talk to utilities before continuing. That's the.
Right. There was no letter, nothing. It was just a verbal from John telling him that he
But it was
should
confirmed
talk.
by code enforcement, it needed
Yes.
to stop. I gotcha.
Yes.
And if I remember right, that was kind of like a rush, like you needed somebody out there to say, stop, before things got worse.
Right, right.
I have a statement from Charlie that he did speak with John Soroki, is that his name?
Yes, yes,
Yes, he
yes.
spoke with John. They exchanged business cards, and John told him that if there was going to be a stop work order, and he would call him. No call was ever made to Charlie on Friday or Saturday.
Yeah, and I didn't find out about it till Monday.
Right, so I don't understand how he's in trouble for working when there was no stop order put in place.
Well-
If I could just say, I mean, we'd have to talk to Mr. Soroki to get his, side of that story to make sure. You know, but two, I mean, I would just say, I'm not gonna jump on it, but if someone tells me the work I'm doing is against the law, I'm probably gonna stop most of the time. But I'm sorry, Dan, you go ahead.
Yeah, and the thing is a licensed contractor should know the rules.
You are
He should
correct.
know what he needs before he starts.
You are correct.
So-
But like I said, he was just doing what he was told that we were able to do previously.
That kind of goes back to your knowing the rules.
Correct.
I mean, 12 years ago, it wasn't the law, but now it is. I mean, I think when you have a license and you're a contractor, you need to keep up with changes in the law.
Correct. And we do have contractor workshops every year. Actually, we have one sometimes at our building, and plus, NICEWAG also puts on one every year. Technically, a contractor is supposed to go to that so they can learn about the MS4 programs.
So then can someone point me in the direction of who I need to speak to for a nonprofit to be able to
It
pay for
doesn't matter-
something like that?
It doesn't matter if it's nonprofit or not. This is state rules. It's governed by IDEM, which is governed by the EPA for the federal government.
Okay, I understand that. I'm asking for someone, because we are non-for-profit, someone we can speak to that's not going to charge us an arm and a leg, because it's not like we have an arm and a leg coming in.
You're asking for us for like a
If
recommendation
there's a
of
recommendation,
contractor?
yeah.
I don't know if
Not
we-
a contractor, but somebody to do this erosion,
So
the
we
erosion people that you need me to
Mr.
contact?
Commenda, before you say anything, let me ask our attorney. We're usually not, I think, as a government, allowed to recommend people to do like work that you'd be paying for. I just want to make sure, I appreciate the question, but I want to go to our attorney to make sure that, yeah. Who's the type of people that do it? So, yeah, who would be the person to put that plan together?
If you want to give me an email, I'll send you a list of several people that do that. That way you could kind of shop around and see, you know, and who knows, maybe somebody knows somebody that knows somebody that,
Yes.
you know, help you out too.
Because obviously, we would have gone that route had we known
Right.
that that was the route we needed to go. But the fact that, you know, we were just doing what we had done previously, we didn't have that idea.
I understand. I understand, you know, but there again, your contractor should have known that. They should know, because MS4 is a big thing now. I mean, it's huge. They're really,
And that's not just Portage.
No,
if
that's
you're-
everywhere.
If your contractor's doing work anywhere in the state, they got to
Yes.
follow these rules.
yes, yes. So they, you know, a contractor should know that.
Okay. Okay. Well, and then, so the fine that I'm seeing here is for $2,500.
Correct. And then I don't know what community developments was.
Was that Charlie's fine?
Yeah, I
He
think.
paid it,
Okay.
$500.
Okay, he paid that one, okay.
And then where do we take care of this at?
Clerk's office.
Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else looking to speak or bring something before the board? If not, is there a motion to adjourn?
Okay, I motion to adjourn the meeting.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Thank you.